Beer segment, my favorite segment on Men's Talk Radio. And I hope it is yours. Every single segment has been amazing. People love it. The beer's been great. Our good friend Dave at Bellport is paving the way for us to understand new beers, the textures, the flavors, and of course the brewers. And he's introduced us to a guy I know. You know, I've seen him many times. We've done film on his place, Port Jeff Brewing.
Fantastic.
He's a friend of the village, and he's right there in that brick walkway there in Port Jeff Village, if you know it. And we've had a lot of good times together. Mike Philbrick is on the line.
All right. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good, man. How are you guys?
Doing good. How long have you been over there?
We opened here in October of 2011, so we're getting pretty close to 5 years.
Oh, wow, and I still got to check you out. Yeah, now we're looking at a can of beach beer. Tell us about...
What are you doing looking at it? You should be drinking it.
You know what? You're absolutely... It's not even open. Are you okay? You know what? One I did already, and one I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
He wants to do it live. I apologize.
All right, so tell us about the beach beer, Mike.
Well, if you're looking at it, we can talk a little bit about that. That's a picture of Davis Park. Well, really, it's a picture of the Atlantic Ocean from Davis Park, right in front of the casino.
Yep.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I took that in a beach chair, which is probably important considering it's beach beer, but not really. The beach beer is a beer that it used to be a summer seasonal for us, and quite honestly, it turned into a year-round beer. But it's absolutely perfect for the beach. It's just a light wheat ale with a little coriander, a little bit of orange peel, and it's been pretty successful for us, especially since we started putting it in a can last year.
Oh, nice.
Let's
talk about the cans, Mike.
Brewers are going to cans. Long Island, you give us the secret behind why you're going to cans. And I love it, by the way, because when I go someplace, at this age, I don't want to be responsible for breaking bottles. But why is it happening?
Well, the can is actually a preferred vessel when you talk about storing beer, and there's a couple reasons why. The main reason is that it doesn't allow for light penetration. So, you know, you have the reason that beer bottles especially, are brown is so that they'll shade light from getting into the bottle, which ultimately disrupts beer. You know, it makes beer skunk, it makes bad beer. So, you know, having the vessel be impervious to light is a pretty important factor. And then on top of that, you have a lot less oxygen pickup. So you ultimately you get better beer longer. And let's face it, it's easier to bring it onto a boat or onto the beach.
Sure.
You know, you don't have to worry about breakage. It's smaller. It's easier to get cold. There's a million reasons why a can is better. I think a lot of people kind of turn their backs on cans because, you know, bigger beer was in a can. And there's a reason why they did that. But, you know, people are used to seeing some of the bigger, more popular brands in a can. And it's good to see a resurgence that the craft is starting to use the can.
It is.
Because it is a better vessel.
It is.
You know what's funny? My grandmother was from Cork, Ireland, and in those days she was drinking, they called them the shorties. Do you remember this, Mike, when they had the half can?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't.
And it was funny because it was like a feminine way to drink beer. You could drink 40 of them, but as long as they were half cans, it was a cute little thing, right?
Right, yeah. It's like that was pretty popular in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah. It was
like a 6-ounce can. I remember Budweiser 6-ounce cans.
The 6-ounce can.
In the 80s. I wasn't drinking beer in the 80s, but I certainly remember them.
Now, is this another half of ice, the H3 triple?
Well, no. So actually, both of these are Belgian beers. The beach beer is a Belgian wheat. It's what they would call a wit style. The H3 is a Belgian triple. So really, that means exactly what it sounds like. It's triple the strength of the beach beer. Basically, you go from a 4.8 alcohol by volume to 10.1. alcohol by volume.
And typically, these types of beers were light in alcohol volume, right?
Well, so when you talk about Belgians, and you'll have a Belgian Pale Ale, which would be considered the single, a Belgian Double, which is twice the strength, a Belgian Triple, and they even have a Belgian Quads, which would be a little bit stronger than that the H3 that you have there. The Belgian beers are light, although the double and the quads are typically a little darker. They use some brown malts in them, and historically they're a little bit darker. And those were just beers brewed by monks that, when they're fasting, they're just adding some alcohol to get through that difficult fasting time, if you will.
The education of these gentlemen are endless. Mike, on the side of the H3 Belgian is 16 items, and I'll read it. Well, I'll read a few of them. Long day, 2 new job, 3 train ride, 4 pregame, 5 yard work. I hadn't previously seen this. What does that all mean?
Well, there's just 16 things listed on the can. I would have to say that we were able to sneak by with putting those things on the can. They're not necessarily suggestions, but they're kind of things that pair well with that beer. Let's just say that.
Okay, right.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic.
Now, your place, because you have a physical place, which I love, it's right in the heart of Port Jeff Village. And I was there today, by the way, celebrating the new project going across the docks by Tritech. And you're right around the corner. And as you know, I'm in Port Jeff a lot. You have live music. Tell us about the live music, and we'll tell you about a little act called Acoustic Soul that wants to be part of that. But it looks like you're booked through the summer.
We are. We've been doing live music on Wednesday nights. It's free. It's all ages. It's rain or shine. It happens in front of the brewery because the tasting room itself is tiny. When you come to visit us, we can fit maybe 15, 20 people comfortably in the tasting room, but then we fit another, everybody else kind of sits out on the deck and enjoys the beautiful weather. But on Wednesday nights, we bring in a live band. We do it from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night. Like I said, we've been doing it for 5 years, and we get quite the crowd on a Wednesday night. It's a great family time. You can have a couple beers. You're done by about 9:30. So you can get to work the next day. I can't think of a better way to spend the
it's fantastic. I know a lot of these bands. Of course, Kerry Kearney, my friends at Lo-Fi 3. A lot of these guys. I think Jill might be included with School of Rock. You got a free date for September? We're going to book you. You're going to book us live right now. You got any free dates in September?
Well, so here's the thing. We've been doing Wednesdays, but we've also been doing some other dates. On the holiday weekends, we've been having bands all the days of the holiday weekends. We just had the Maritime Festival this past weekend. We had a band called Our Generation. We got Dirk Quinn coming tomorrow.
Awesome.
But we do if you were to look at our website or follow us on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, you would see that we're often announcing show dates that aren't just Wednesday night.
The special dates. I understand Sunday after the Maritime Festival was very vibrant with business. Was it good?
Sunday was an excellent day. I mean, it was gorgeous outside. You had all sorts of people coming to Port Jeff because of the boat show. Jill did an excellent job with her team getting the Maritime Festival together. They had bands over at the Village Center. We had coupled with good friends of ours the Fifth Season and did beer over there along with some of our other partners in the village, the Lobster House and the Long Island Poorhouse and Say Cheese. We're all over there selling food. It was just a good day. It's becoming a regular thing on weekends, really, whether there's a Maritime Festival or not. People like to come down, hang out, do some shopping, grab some food, grab ice cream, and just enjoy the day.
And core to the whole good day and the good feeling is always beer. We feel a special part of that. We're in those realms of music, food, and beer. So it's great, and I'm glad our paths crossed today again because of Dave, who's the what would you call him? The Mecca King of the retail beer world.
Yep.
Is at least the Prince of craft beer.
He's the prince. I like that. The Prince of craft.
Yeah,
right. The Prince of craft beer. He is. Dave truly loves his job. He truly loves craft beer, and he's eager to assist those that are also interested in it to find other people and find other ways to enjoy it. So whether it's educational, whether it's something like we did Craft Cares last month to raise raise money and raise food for Long Island Cares with a whole bunch of breweries. He's just, he's a great guy to have in the scene.
Yeah, that was our last show with Jacqueline Brandy, Long Island Craft Cares.
You know what?
Yeah, and Jacqueline, for instance, did an excellent job in orchestrating
Fantastic.
and getting that thing together. That's quite an undertaking to get a bunch of breweries together, and then make it. I'm eager to hear what the final outcome was, food wise and money wise. But I imagine we raised a great deal, made quite a bit of beer. I canned a lot of those beers, and a lot of people got to try it. The beer was excellent this year too.
Yeah, it was fantastic. You know the thing that's so impressive, Mike, about that event is the camaraderie with you guys all, helping out and working together. You don't have that in a lot of industry.
Yeah, true.
You don't. And one of the things, I mean, the beer definitely doesn't hurt.
Yeah, right.
The social lubricant.
Friendly, but it's the social lubricant of it. But I mean, the reality is we're all kind of doing the same thing. Craft beer is an industry it's really fostered by people's love for having something different, having something new. And all of us, when I say all of us as brewers, we got into it because we like choices, we like trying new things. And so I'm eager to try things that maybe Larry from Spider Bite has made, or the guys at Great South Bay, or friends at Long Ireland. And it is a small industry, so we're oftentimes sharing not just ideas, but we're sharing ingredients. I picked up some ingredients last night for a beer that we needed to make today because we didn't happen to have something on hand. So I ran down to our friends at Destination Unknown. I picked up some wheat from them, and then just ordered it on a pallet that's going to come in on Friday, and we'll give it back to them. And there's a lot of that goes on. So although we compete kind of in the market, at the same time we're all kind of helping each other out to make the industry grow.
Yeah, that's very impressive, Mike.
Mike, let me leave you with this, and it's been a great segment. That I told Dave this, and I think this is what we need on this show, and it would be perfect for our partners and our friends in this business that are helping us grow our show, and we're helping you in turn. Is we want a glass here. We want a glass with every one of our logos to be able to put here, and have that. Stay here with logos. So we'd love to have you participate with that. We're going to get together with Dave on that one and make it happen.
For sure. We can make that happen.
Make it happen. You probably know glass manufacturing. I know it's going away from the can, but it's appropriate to pour the can into the glass, okay?
It is. The can is a wonderful vessel for transportating the beer.
That's a great point. You can't see ahead on a can. You're right.
It's even better when you pour it out into a glass, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
guys,
Mike.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care, guys.